Hey, you guys. Okay, so today we're going to be talking a little bit about closing because that is really where the culmination of all the work of the whole party, the whole facial, the whole session, everything comes together at the closing. And if you're brand new in Mary Kay, or even if you're not, I want to encourage you to be bold in the closing, okay? I'm not saying pushy. There's a difference. Not pushy, but bold. This is where a lot of times consultants start to get a little timid. You might be talking about money. You're asking for the sale. You're asking for the booking. You're asking for the team members. And so it comes from this place of like, I don't know, where you feel like you're going to take something from someone. This is how it always was for me. It's like getting the sale, getting the leads, getting the booking, and it didn't feel like giving. And so I struggled a little bit with that mentally, and it made me very intimidated by closing. Here's the deal. You just did a facial with them. They love the products. They're sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, my facial is so good. I wonder how I can get this. I wonder if I can afford this. I wonder how this is, or I know I can afford it and I'll do anything, I will rent out my firstborn child to get this products, right? Like they're excited. They want the products. This is your opportunity to give them the products that they want. Give them access to the products that are going to change their skin. You're going to give them another opportunity to be in your space. You're going to give them more of your time with a booking, and you're going to teach them how to do makeup. You're going to give them a spa session. You're going to, you know what I mean? Like you're going to give them the chance to be mentored and own their own business, right? So you gotta think in those terms when it comes to closing. Don't be intimidated by the close. Be bold about what is it that you would like for me to give you. When you go into closing, have that mindset of, okay, here I am. What is it? Sorry, there's a hair, an invisible hair. There it is. There it is. This is my time to figure out what is it that I can give you from here. I've given you my time. I've given you a facial. Now what can I give you? And so we're going to ask some questions and walk them through. But I want to really go through this specific closing sheet and this trifold that you can use at your skincare appointments. We have a flip chart that comes with your starter kit where you literally flip through the pages and it shows a picture to your guests of products, and on the back it has the words of what to say. And so this kind of aligns with your flip chart, and this helps walk your guests through the skincare party so that they get all of the information and you get everything that you need from this. Okay, so there's going to be access to this in the comments of this video. But I want to kind of go through this with you and then show you how to do a close. We do two different kinds of closes. We do a table close, which is where everyone's still at the table and I'm going to close. I'm going to ask certain questions. I'm going to do a general close with everybody. And then I'm going to do one-on-one closes from there. That's the part that a lot of people like to skip because it's like, oh, it's awkward. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be awkward at all. I used to be so intimidated by it, and now it just feels natural. It feels weird not to, because then like, how am I going to find out what you need and what your questions are? And it feels natural to them to like step aside, like, okay, cool, like let's just come over here and let me get your answers to your questions, right? It's so simple. So anyways, let's jump into this. So this says, it's backwards on here. Oh, and I have to tell you a funny little story. When I printed this off front and back, it printed off upside down. So these things are upside down to each other. So I'm going to flip through it a little differently than I normally would, but ignore. It's best to not print these. It's best for me to not print these at home. It's best for me to just have FedEx or Office Depot do it for me, but it's okay. This is what we have for today, and we can make anything work. So it says, hello, gorgeous. Welcome. I'm excited to walk you through your personalized beauty routine. And then that's a picture of Mary Kay Ash. So it's Mary Kay Ash on there, and it says it's not his history, it's her story and our story. And so this is an amazing opening because this gives you an opportunity to share a little bit about the Mary Kay story. So I like to ask, how many of you have ever tried Mary Kay products before? And usually, sometimes nobody has, and some people will raise their hand and be like, oh, back when I was a teenager, da 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 da, right? There's like some sort of exposure to Mary Kay. So I like to share some fast, fun facts about Mary Kay corporate and Mary Kay Ash, the woman. So, Mary Kay Ash was a real person. Betty Crocker was not. Mary Kay Ash was. And she was a single mom back in the 60s, right? Her husband had left. She had 3 sons. And she was a single mom in the workforce in the 60s. And she was consistently passed over. She was really amazing at sales. She worked for this company called Stanley Homes, and she was selling things like home goods, and she was so great at it that they brought her into the corporate side, and they were like, hey, we need you to start training these new young men that are coming into the company. And so they'd bring them in, she would train them, and then one by one these men would be promoted over her just consistently. And so she went to them and she was like, what's happening? I taught them how to do everything. Why am I not getting the position? And they said, well, Mary Kay, you're a woman. We can't bring you into the higher aspects of the corporate world. So this is in the 1960s, back when women were not able to have a bank account by themselves. They were not able to take out a loan by themselves and have their own businesses and things like that. And so, and there was very limited opportunities for women. So at that point, Mary Kay retired, and she was going to write a book on what her dream company would be. And by the time she kind of jotted down some notes, she realized she had a business plan. So she decided that she wanted to create an opportunity specifically for women to be able to make as much money as they want, to be able to prioritize God first, their family second, and their career third, and to have no glass ceiling. Like, how incredible. There was no opportunities like that in the 60s. And so it was so relevant back then, and it's just as relevant today. And that is the story of our founder. Our products are made in Dallas, Texas. We are a U.S. made product, and we're actually the largest manufacturer of skincare and cosmetics in the country. And what's really cool about our products too is that we don't follow the FDA's regulations. We follow the European standard for product safety. So the FDA only regulates like 30 ingredients in cosmetics, whereas in Europe it's over 1,300 ingredients, and we follow the European standard. So we want to make sure your products are very clean, very safe, and very easy to use. So that's kind of some fun facts about Mary Kay. And then you get to the point where you say, I would love to introduce a little bit about me. So the way that I really start my appointment is I have everybody introduce themselves. I'm like, okay, so we're going to go around and say your name, what you do, and one word that best describes your personality that starts with the first letter of your first name. That's just kind of a fun joke or a fun game that I do. You can have them say one thing that you think nobody in the room knows about you. It can be anything simple, but it's a little icebreaker. So they go around, they introduce themselves. I introduce Mary Kay, and then I introduce myself, and I keep it short and sweet. I let them know, my name is Becky. I have been a Mary Kay for 11 years. I just had my 11th anniversary. And my background is actually in dental hygiene. I always thought that was going to be my dream job, but then I was very burnt out. It was a very physically taxing job, and I had my baby. I had my oldest son, and I didn't want to leave him to go back to a stressful work environment, so I decided to become a stay-at-home mom. Instagram told me that I was going to be hanging out at Target and Starbucks and living my best life, and then I found out I didn't have any money, so I couldn't afford Target and Starbucks anymore. So my friend suggested Mary Kay because it was something I could do from home and not have to put my baby in daycare. And I knew a lot about Mary Kay, but I was very skeptical of myself being able to do it because I did retail when I was in college, and I was not good at it. I just couldn't be that pushy kiosk person at the mall that everyone tries to avoid. So I wasn't really sure if I was going to be good at it, but I figured worst case scenario, I knew I would sell it to my mom and my sister-in-law, and then I would get my stuff at a discount. So my first little get-together, my mom and my cousins, I sold $400 worth of product, and we make half of everything we sell, so I made $200 in 2 hours, and it was legal. And I was like, oh, okay, wait a second. This might actually be an opportunity, especially during a season where there's a little more month-end money. And I have just fallen in love with it. I now am a sales director and get the opportunity to mentor other women and teach them and coach them how to run their own business. And so this is my mission right now. And then tell them your goal, your mission, your vision, your goal. So just tell my I story. That's what we call an I story. And we can do a little training on how to break into, how to kind of give your own little snippet of your I story. But that's kind of a fun one for me. That's quick and easy. And then just say what your goal is. Let them know. Okay, so as they're going to open this up, they're going to open it and you're going to come to this segment of your Trifold. And this is where they're going to put their name, their number, email, their address for the sake of PCP, for their birthday rewards. You want their birthday there. And then who is their hostess? You guys, especially when you start seeing a lot of faces, maybe you hold 3 parties in a weekend and you cannot remember whose party she was from. You don't remember how you know her. And so this is amazing, just having them put their hostess's name, not your name, but their hostess's name right here so that you can remember how you met them. And then this is your bingo board, and you say, okay, you guys, this is gonna be your wish list. As you're trying things today, sometimes people are like, oh, you remember that, like that second cream we did that does the da-da-da, and I'm like, I don't remember which one you're talking about. So this is going to be super helpful. And this is your wish list. So anything that you try today that you would love to get for free or half off, this is what you're going to fill up your bingo board with today. And then guess what? Okay, so here's the really good news. Because you came to Alyssa's party today, everyone here is going to get a second appointment with me. Everyone's entitled to a second appointment, and has access. That's probably a better word. Everyone has access to a second appointment with me. So just filling out whether you want it to be like skincare, if you want to do glam, if you want to do spa, whatever it is, but just let me know. We'll kind of get to that at the end and get some information, but just giving me a little information on, would you rather weekday or weekend, morning, evening, and then are you really more into skincare or are you more into like the beauty bar side of it? Okay, so we're gonna get into using products. The products are amazing. All right, they have a mask on, an e-mask. Don't care which one. A lot of times I do charcoal. Sometimes we do moisture renewing. Sometimes it's the peel, whatever. They have to sit tight for just a little bit. This is a great time to open up into the beauty of friendship. Okay, it's just right here. It's the next thing. You gotta cover it. So you guys, this is where we're gonna get referrals. This is how we're gonna meet their friends and family, right? Without them booking. Maybe they book a party, maybe they don't. But this is how, by the way, if they fill this out and then they're like, well, I wanna book a party, but I don't know who I would invite. We already have your guest list. Or maybe they're like, I want to book a party. Perfect. Here's your guest list. Invite all these people. So this is an amazing way to get referrals. And so what I say is, okay, so you guys, we're going to do the beauty of friendship. Anyone that you know who would love a session like this and who is deserving. Maybe it's a tired mama, a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, maybe someone who's gone through a life change. Maybe she just loves a party, your girl who loves to have a good time. But who do you know who deserves a little pampering and a little friendship time? So here's what you do. If you're just going to write her name and phone number, just first name and phone number of anyone that you think would really enjoy a session here. And I'm going to reach out to her and let her know that she's gotten a gift from you, a beauty session, along with a $10 gift certificate from you. I pay for it. You get the credit. It's great. And then if she's excited, we find a time to connect. If she's not interested, then we just send her blessings. We do Mary Kay, not Scary Kay. We don't stalk your friends or anything like that. But anyone that you think would really enjoy some me time, you can write her name and phone number. And then I give them a prize or an incentive whenever they give me 20. So if they fill it up, maybe they get like a half price CC cream or a mascara or anything. You can pick the price. You're your own business owner. But whenever they give you 20, they're going to get something, okay? And then I turn on music on my phone and I say, on your mark, get set, go. Oh yeah, and they can use their phone. No one remembers anybody's phone numbers. So I'm like, great news, you get to cheat. Pull out your phone. I'm gonna set some music, and whenever the music's done, the time is up. Okay. So you just share this little referral list. Okay, you're gonna finish up your facial. And then this is when we're gonna go into I value your feedback. Okay, this does the table close for you. Okay, so at the table close, these are the 3 things that we're looking for. All right, we are looking for sales, we're looking for bookings, and we're looking for potential team members. So all of the information at the table close that we ask is going to be centered around that. At the individual close is when we get more personal. We usually ask things like, oh my goodness, did you have fun? How does your face feel? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Did you learn anything new, right? Some questions like that. And then whatever their answers to the table close were is what we get into. So at the table close, I asked them 3 things. I asked them, number 1, if money were no object, which skincare set would you want? Which one would you want to take home with you? If money were no object. Question number 2, for your second session with me, would you like to do skincare or glam? Or, I'm going to give you an option. I usually don't like to give options, but I'm going to give you an option. You could ask, would you rather do a one-on-one or friends and product for free? Would you rather do a one-on-one or friends and product for free? Actually, I probably recommend that one because we're already asking if they want to do glam or skincare on the other one. So you can say, you want to bring friends and get some product for free, or do you want to just do a one-on-one? And you have them fill that out. And the third question is their interest in a Mary Kay opportunity and their willingness to do a chat with you. So let me show you this. This asks a bunch of the questions already. It says, did you enjoy your time today? Yes or no? Then you can just be like, you can go ahead and start kind of filling out some of these questions. And then stop when you get to like the closing questions, okay? So how many friends would you like to invite to your follow-up appointment? 1 to 2, 3 to 6, 6 plus. See, we already have a lot of these questions. Which benefits from the opportunity appeal to you the most? From the business opportunity. After seeing what I do today, would you ever consider doing what I do to make some extra money? Yes, maybe, or no. Does saving money excite you? And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how interested are you in learning more about how this opportunity could fit into your life? Okay, and then closing questions. So here's my closing questions. Let me do the close. This is what they look at. So you say, okay, here's what I'm going to tell you about the products. There's no obligation to purchase anything, but if there's something that you fell in love with, we can get it for you today, okay? So, and I have a special little deal. So here's how it goes. These are the products that we tried today. We have our basic, our miracle, and our ultimate set. Okay, so our basic set, and you hold them up. Your cleanser and moisturizer, this is what you need. This is like brushing your teeth every day. This is the most important thing. Cleansing and moisturizing your skin. If you really are not using anything, you don't really have a clear regimen right now, and you need to get started, this is amazing. And this is it. Now, the basic is $60 for this set, and Mary Kay will tell you that our products last 3 to 4 months. I'm going to let you know they love to under-promise and over-deliver. My products last me anywhere from 6 to 9 months. A little goes a long, long ways, as you can tell from your trays. So this is going to be, we're more expensive than the grocery store, but we're less expensive than the mall, and these products are going to last you so long. So the basic set is $60, and then we have our miracle set. So the miracle set adds in your daytime defender and your nighttime recovery. Now this has all 5 of your daily necessary steps in one set. Here's how it's going to work. You cleanse your skin in the morning, do your moisturizer and your sunscreen. you're set for the day. Literally takes 2 minutes, the same amount of time as brushing your teeth. Okay, and at night before you go to bed, you're gonna wash your face. Remember, Beverly, we're gonna wash our face. Every night before we go to bed, we're gonna take off our makeup, we're gonna wash our face. And then you're gonna do your nighttime serum and your moisturizer. It's so fast, it's such an amazing skincare set, and it's gonna give you results within 2 to 4 weeks. You're gonna see a huge difference in your skin. So this set is $116, super easy. Or if you're like, I want the miracle set. I loved that microdermabrasion. I loved what it did to my skin texture and my pores, and I need the pore minimizer. I need it all. Then it's the Time-Wise Ultimate Miracle Set, okay? And this one is $174. So this basic counts as 1 set. The miracle set counts as 2 set. And the Ultimate Miracle Set counts as 3, right? 1, 2, 3, super simple. For any 3 sets or more, then you also have these remaining sets at the bottom are different things like the satin hands and the satin lips that we got to try today. You've got the charcoal mask applicator, and the hydrogel eye patches. These can count as sets as well. But for any 3 sets or more that you get today, you are going to get to take the travel roll-up bag home for free. Here, I have one right here. And then I hold it up and I'm like, oh my goodness, are you guys ready? When I open this, you have to say, ooh, ah, are you ready? Okay. And I open it and they go, ooh, ah, isn't it amazing? And I'm like, it has a hanger and it swivels. This one's decorated for Valentine's Day. And then I'm like, it holds a ton of products, so it helps you keep your bathroom from looking like an episode of Hoarders. I don't know if that happens to anybody else. Everyone usually laughs because everybody's bathroom counter is a mess. And then I'm like, my favorite thing about this is all of them Velcro off. I'll like pull it off. And I'm like, it's like having 5 bags in one. You can take this off and throw it in your gym bag or your beach bag. And then it just rolls up and it has a handle and all of your toiletries are packed and ready to go. So this is an amazing bag. It's worth $40. If you get 3 sets or more, you get the roll-up bag for free. Okay, so closing questions. We're gonna flip to the other side and I've got 3 questions for you right here at the end. Number 1, if money were no object, what would you want? The basic, miracle, or ultimate? Question number 2, for your follow-up appointment, would you rather do a one-on-one, just a personal one-on-one with me, or would you rather have friends and get some free products? So one-on-one or friends and free? You and me or friends and free? And then the third question is, with everything you've heard about the Mary Kay opportunity today, I have a huge goal. I have a huge goal to earn my free car in Mary Kay, or I'm learning to do what my sales director does, and I need practice. So if you would be willing to meet up with me, whether for coffee or just over the phone, 15 minutes, and do a practice Q&A. It gives me an amazing practice to just answer the most common questions about Mary Kay business. If you're like, I'm kind of interested, I've got some questions, I'm intrigued, and you're willing to chat with me for 15 minutes, then put yes. If you're like, this isn't really for me, but I'm willing to help a girl out, you can put okay. And if you're like, it's probably better that I just stay a loyal customer, you can put no. Okay, so yes, okay, or no is your third one. Yes, I'm interested, I've got some questions, I want to chat. Okay is, I'm not that interested, but I'm willing to help a girl out. Or no is, I'd rather just stay a loyal customer. So then you're going to go individually and you have every answer to everything you need right here, and you're going to close with them individually. You're going to sit there and be like, oh my goodness, you said you love the way your face feels. What are you loving right now? How does it feel? Oh, it feels so soft. It feels so glowy. I can tell. Right? Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you had so much fun. Okay, I see you put that you'd love to do 3 to 6 friends. That's awesome. And you put friends in free. Okay, what type of appointment do you want? Did you want to do more skincare? Did you want to do this or different skincare? Or did you want to do color? What kind of appointment do you want to do? Perfect. Okay, so weekday or weekend? Gotcha, weekend, just like this. Do you want to do, I have next Saturday at 2. Do you want to do next Saturday at 2? Awesome. Writing it in the date book. Right then and there, writing it in the date book. Okay, Oh, it looks like you said the ultimate miracle set. Yay! So it looks like you really enjoyed the products that we used today. If money were no object, you said ultimate. So I tell you what, you know your situation better than I do. Tell me what you're thinking. And that's it. I usually don't pause at the very first part. You know your situation better than I do, so tell me what you're thinking. And then silence. You look away, you look down at your paper, you flip it over, you write something down in your calendar, you do anything but look at her. And you don't speak, because whoever speaks next is going home with the product. Okay, it really is. Whoever speaks next goes home with the product. So sometimes she's like, oh, okay, so I don't want to get the ultimate right now, but I think I want to get the miracle set. Or she'll say, I want to get it all. Or she'll say, I really want that mask and that cleanser and the lip scrub. She knows. She knows how to shop. She knows how to shop. So then you're like, oh my goodness, okay, great. You're writing it down. You're like, all right, and what else? And then she'll tell you, oh, and the oil-free eye makeup remover. Okay, perfect. Okay. If she says the mask and say, awesome, do you want the mask applicator? Oh, how much is it? It's $12. Don't say dollars. For whatever reason, when you say dollars, it sounds like more. So when I say totals of things, you just don't say dollars. Be like, oh, it's 12. Oh, yeah, let me go ahead and get one of those. Okay, so we're just going to add that, right? And what else? And she's like, no, I think that's it. Okay, perfect. Awesome. We're going to total that up. And then, oh my word, so you put a 7 on your interest in a Mary Kay business. That's really great. What do you think you would enjoy the most about being a Mary Kay consultant? I think meeting people, and I love products. I love finding out about new products and stuff. Yeah, I feel like you'd be so good at this. I tell you what, I see that you put okay. So when works best for you, just for us to chat for like 15 minutes? Like I said, it could be over the phone or we can grab a coffee, whatever you prefer. When can we chat? In the next day or two. You want 1 or 2 days, because the further they get away from the experience, the less likely they are to say yes, because the fear and doubt and all that stuff creeps in. So within the first 2 days, you're going to want to hold something with them. Or honestly, you can have a conversation with them right then and there. And usually if they're like a 7 or an 8 or a 9, you can usually get them to sign up the same night. They just need a conversation about it. But this is how you walk through. You're going to walk out with their wish list. You know what they want. Their information, their friends lists, the booking, the sales, and the team member with this one little flip chart that is printed correctly. Okay, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here, but I hope that helps break down a little better the flow of the appointment, as well as the table close and the individual close. I love you guys.